Here is our list of the 50 truest metalheads of all time. A truest metalhead stayed loyal to their genre for decades, shaped the sound, lived the lifestyle, and never sold out. From hard rock to thrash metal, if they bled for the music, they're on this list. But beware, this list is subjective, honest, and merciless. Watching it is at your own risk, and you might end up bitterly disappointed. Possible side effects: sudden outbreaks of sweat at the sight of rank 41, or, in the worst case, crying yourself to sleep for days out of sheer disappointment. You have been warned. Let's go. Rank 50, Joakim Brodén, Sabaton. The man who explained war with power metal. With Primo Victoria in 2005, he led Sabaton out of the Swedish cellars onto the world's biggest stages, armed with choruses that sound like national anthems for history nerds. Love them or hate them, he made historical power metal socially acceptable. His tank on stage became a symbol of pathos, pride, and unbreakable conviction. Rank 50, because even kitsch can be true, if you mean it seriously enough. Rank 49, Nergal, Behemoth, the unshakable shadow priest of extreme metal. With The Satanist, he wrote a dark masterpiece that broke genre boundaries, and even defeated leukemia as if it were just another demon on his list. An artist who bowed to neither disease nor controversy, and today stands stronger than ever, shaping the extreme metal universe. Rank 48, Tomi Joutsen, Amorphous, Finland's modern metal voice. When he joined Amorphous in 2005, he led the band into its most successful era. Silent Waters marked the turning point. He masters the balance between clean vocals and growls with effortless precision, diving deep into Finnish mythology. An underrated game-changer who proves that metal can be poetic, melancholic, and still relentlessly heavy. Rank 47, Glenn Tipton, Judas Priest. The silent half of Judas Priest's legendary twin guitar attack. While Rob Halford screamed leather and steel into the world, Tipton perfected the craft behind the curtain. Lightning solos, razor-sharp riffs, and the sound that made Painkiller possible. Today he fights Parkinson's and still walks on stage. 5 decades of loyalty, precision, and passion. Without him, the metal god would only be half as mighty. Rank 46, Paul Di'Anno, Iron Maiden. Let's be honest, Paul was one hell of a guy in his prime. Even after 40 years, it's pure joy to hear him on Maiden's first 2 albums. His raw, streetwise energy made hymns like Running Free and Phantom of the Opera immortal. He stayed loyal to metal his entire life. Paul Di'Anno passed away in October 2024. Rest in peace, Paul. Rank 45, Fast Eddie Clarke, Motorhead, the man whose riffs gave Lemmy his ace of spades. As guitarist of Motorhead's classic trio, 1976 to 82, he forged the unpolished speed rock sound that became legend. He was the punk influence that made Motorhead invincible. Gone too soon, but for true Motorhead purists, he remains irreplaceable. Loyal to the very last chord. Rest in peace, Eddie. Rank 44, Philthy Animal, Taylor, Motorhead, the mad drummer who gave Motorhead its heartbeat. His chaotic style was unorthodox, yet he casually invented the double bass attack of modern metal. Together with Lemmy and Fast Eddie, he formed the golden trinity of rock and roll and delivered the pulse. His drumming on Overkill and Ace of Spades remains the foundation of Motorhead's sound. He died in 2015, the same year as Lemmy. 3 legends who wrote history together. Rest in peace, Philthy. Rank 43, Glenn Danzig, Misfits, Samhain and Danzig, the evil Elvis. With the Misfits and the legendary Crimson Ghost logo, he created a horror punk icon before establishing his own dark, heavy blues metal sound with Danzig and Samhain. His compact stature deceives. His presence and talent are gigantic. Egotistical, yet uncompromising in his dark aesthetics. A true metalhead with a gothic soul. Rank 42. Angela Gossow, arch enemy. The woman who redefined growling. When she took over vocals for Arch Enemy in 2000, she shattered every prejudice against women in extreme metal. With Wages of Sin, she set a new standard. Technical precision, brutal power, absolute control. She led the band into its most successful era and proved that strength has nothing to do with gender. Today, she confidently manages the next generation of metal artists, a pioneer, a leader, and one of the truest voices in death metal. Rank 41. Joey DeMaio, Manowar. Manowar were a true institution in the 1980s and earned their place in metal history. Joey is polarizing, claims to be the fastest bassist alive, and his on-stage speeches are legendary. But, and dear brothers of metal, please don't take this the wrong way. Joey DeMaio's own overdosed pathos somehow managed to overtake on both the left and the right at the same time. That's why he gets a respectful, true salute from the left foot and lands at rank 41. That was ranks 50 to 41 of the truest of heavy metal. Watch here for the next 10 legends of true metal, coming soon. Until then, stay heavy, stay true. Thank you for watching.